Getting to 10% body fat doesn't happen overnight, especially if you're natural. It takes consistent effort and patience. I'm gonna give you my top 3 habits you can use to get to 10% body fat. If this is your first time here, my name's Adam Scott Murad. I'm a registered and certified performance nutritionist and personal trainer. Let's get right into it. So habit number 1 is progressive resistance training. I always see this overemphasis on cardio when someone's trying to lose fat. They'll do multiple HIIT workouts, boot camps, anything to burn more calories. Because the more you burn, the more you lose, right? Not exactly. The reality is most of your fat loss will come from habit number 2, which we'll cover shortly. Progressive resistance training will help make sure you at least preserve muscle mass and in some cases build muscle. That will mean when you're losing weight, most of that weight will come from body fat and not muscle. The way you look is largely dictated by the amount of muscle you have. This gives you the shape, the posture, and just the look you're actually after. So I actually resistance trained 5 times a week, but for years upon years, and I've been 10% body fat before, I did 3 to 4 sessions a week of a well-structured resistance training program. And you yourself can build a lot of muscle with 3 to 4 well-structured progressive resistance training sessions a week. By progressive resistance training, what I mean is either adding weight or reps each week. Sure, it won't necessarily be as linear as that, but every 1 to 3 weeks, your weight is either increasing or you're adding more reps. You'll probably add more reps in a range, then you'll add more weight. I did a video on this, which I've dropped below. It's on double progression, the progression scheme you should use. And I also did a video on reps and volume you need in order to maximize muscle growth. Habit number 2 is making your calorie deficit easier. Yes, sure, if you track your calories, it's gonna be more reliable and you're probably gonna have more success, but you probably already knew that. The secret sauce here is making your calorie deficit easier. And what do I mean by that? Look, I get it, eating less food is always gonna be tough, but I'm not necessarily talking about eating less food. You're gonna be eating less calories. You're gonna be very focused on the meal you're having. And it's gonna look something like this. 25% protein, a lean source of protein, 25% a carbohydrate, a starchy carbohydrate, or a fruit, and 40% of your plate is gonna be vegetables, non-starchy vegetables, which are gonna be high in fiber and make your meal very filling. 10% of your plate, a fat. Obviously you can do like a lower carb version of that if you'd like to, but this is the plate I recommend 3 to 4 times a day, 0 snacks in between. With this, you're gonna be full, you're gonna be hitting your protein targets, you're gonna feel energized too. 80 to 90% of the time, your plate is gonna look like this. Doesn't have to be exact, but something like this. And 10 to 20% of the time, whatever you want, the foods you enjoy, like pizza, burgers, some ice cream, but 10 to 20% of the time. And if you're tracking your calories, you want to aim for a 20 to 25% calorie deficit, which is meaningful, but not too aggressive. And I've dropped a calculator you can use below. I recommend Legion's one. It has everything built in. It's easy to use and lets you adjust it according to your exercise level. Habit number 3 is walking. Walking is a form of cardio. Walking is a very low impact, low intensity form of cardio. Whatever anyone says to you, it increases your heart rate. Therefore, it's a cardiovascular exercise. Walking's been a game changer for me specifically and many of my clients too. Walking will help you burn extra calories, will also help you reduce stress levels, increase productivity, increase energy levels, and help you sleep better at night. There's so many benefits to walking outside just burning more calories. What I want you to do is aim for 8 to 12,000 steps per day. No, you don't have to jump straight up to 8 to 12,000. What I want you to do is gradually increase it. Figure out how many steps you're getting daily. Look at your phone, your watch, or whatever you have. Like maybe you have a smartwatch or your phone will be tracking something for sure. Then what I want you to do is establish that baseline, add 2,000 steps a day to that. When it feels comfortable, I suggest in a week time, add another 2,000 until you get up to 8,000. And if 8,000 is very doable, manageable, then what you can do is work your way up to 12,000. But remember, look at what is sustainable for you and your lifestyle. And if you want more tips on how to get walking in, I've also dropped a video below so you can watch that after this. Now, a few bonus tips. I recommend weighing yourself daily and getting like a weekly average. This increases accountability and helps you stay on track as well. Aiming for 7 to 8 hours sleep a night. This is an improved recovery and reduce hunger levels. And also, this kind of goes without saying as well. Planning ahead, like meal prep, like doing your food shopping, knowing what meals you're gonna eat is gonna be super helpful too. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up. Any questions at all, comment below. Also, I suggest you consider subscribing. I'm trying to keep up a regular schedule now, posting once a week, maybe shorter videos sometimes, maybe longer when I've got more time. But anyway, have the best day ever, and we'll talk soon.